Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we are taking a look at EVERSPACE, and if I ever accidentally call it EverQuest by mistake in the duration of this video, I apologise in advance. It's a bad force of habit. Anyway, this has been out for a little while, and as you can see it's by Rockfish Games. I was given it by Tamadi, a regular to my stream, who thought I might enjoy it. It's a action-focused space shooter with roguelike-ish elements, and roguelikes are my thing, as I'm sure you'll be aware if you're at all familiar with my content, so I agreed to try it out, and I like it. Now, unlike something like Done Greed, where I think I took to it like a fish out of... Wait, is that the expression, a fish out of water? Doesn't that imply you'd be bad at it? I mean the expression where I took to it well, because it's so similar to other things I've played, like Rogue Legacy and Gungeon and Isaac. EverSpace I also like, but I'm bad at it, because it's not similar to many things I've played. The closest analogy I could say is like Elite back in the day, or more modern Elite Dangerous, I guess, although I didn't play that for very long because the controls are way too convoluted. EverSpace, however, is very interesting. It is a roguelike. You die, permadeath, you start over again. There is some persistent upgrading, but not too much. Well, there's pilot upgrading, which is persistent across everything you can do, and then there's ship specific upgrades, which are only available if you're piloting a specific ship, similarly to like FTL or something like that. And the most interesting thing, at least to me, in EverSpace is that it's got a persistent story, and it's actually a fairly interesting story. And the way it gets around it, with it being a roguelike and, you know, constantly dying, starting over, making incremental progress and incremental upgrades, is that you're playing as clones of the same guy called Adam something, I believe, who is like, he's locked away in a cloning facility with some kind of fatal disease, and you're trying to do something. I haven't really gotten far enough yet to know what, but you're playing as his clones persistently, just trying to get somewhere with a sassy computer AI in your ship that's helping you out. Anyway, I do also have the DLC installed because I was gifted it, which is the Encounters pack, which adds a bunch more side stories, and NPCs to have little side quests with. We're going to probably ignore that because I want to show off the base game, but then we'll go to continue, and I believe it will just launch us straight in maybe, or do I get to pick my ship? I do get to pick my ship. So there is a bunch of ships. I've only unlocked one, and when I got the Encounters DLC, I got a free ship with that I've not tried yet. So if we go back to... yeah, this is the ship you start with. It's a very nice looking ship, if I do say so myself. I like it a lot. It's kind of like the jack of all trades ship. It's got a little bit of shields, it's got a little bit of hull points. Its weapons are okay. But then I unlocked this one, which drew my attention because I like the slower ships that are a bit more damaging. It's got turret hard points and things like that. It's got no shield though, which I didn't realise. What it has instead, if we can just go to the perks screen here, it's what's called, well, armor and hull points. Armor augments hull points in reducing the amount of damage to your hull any given hit does. But the big negative for this ship is no shields, and I don't think it can get shields. Anyway, the pilot we're playing as, the clone we're playing as, all the upgrades I've got for him are up the top here, and then the ship specific ones are below. And then between runs you can spend the money you've earned, although I've not got enough left to do anything right now, on upgrades for either your pilot or the ship of your choice. So if we go back to like the starting ship, I got much more stuff there. But I'll try to run as this one. You can also see stats here, like missions that we have in progress. These are mostly side quests. There's also challenges you do for extra money, which I'm working towards. There's my game stats. There's how many runs I've done. My current credit record is just over 10k. As I say, I'm not very good at the game, but it's to the game's credit that I'm still enjoying playing it quite often actually on streams, despite that. Anyway, we'll launch on a mission, and I'll talk over how we're playing. You can play in third person, but I've taken to playing in first person. I like it, but if that at all makes you motion sick or anything like that, there is a third person mode. I can't offhand remember the button to turn to third person. I did it once by accident. Anyway, when you start, you can either go into easy, normal, or hard. I've been playing exclusively on normal because it's the way you're meant to die, as it says. So we'll launch and jump straight in. We'll warp into the first district, and hopefully there's no enemies around, so I can just kind of hang around for a second.
About this run?
I am glad for your confidence. I hope it suffices to get you through.
Another thing I'd just like to point out, like I play a lot of indie games, and often indie games, the voice acting, it's not necessarily often bad, it's just often kind of like hit or miss. the voice acting in this game is top notch. Like, I am thoroughly impressed by the quality of voice work they have. That's not something I usually point out, but it's just from when I first started playing it, it was like, wow, these actors actually sound decent. Anyway, so this is my ship. This is the first area we've zoned into. It's procedurally generated, I believe, or randomized. You know, there's different elements. There's like a mining company that's running in the area, and they're at odds with the Okar, which is a militant alien race. And then there's also, I was going to say bandits, but they're space bandits. I think they're called outlaws. Yeah, the G&B are like the mining corporation. Anyway, as far as my HUD here, up the top you can see which weapon I'm currently equipped with. Shift is go faster, although I'm playing as the very slow ship. R is my automated gun turret, which I didn't work out what it did for way too long. C limits how much damage is done for a short period of time. It's a buff, basically. And I can right click for missiles. I really shouldn't waste missiles, especially when they're heavy missiles, but still. Left click is fire, and if you're locked onto something, you have an icon of where you're supposed to hit them, depending on how far away they are. We're going to go explore this little bit over here. You have limited fuel, like on the very bottom right of my HUD, just above the joystick the guy is using to fly. You see a little 100 there? That's how much fuel I have, and I believe you need... Oh, it's shown in the top right of the screen as well. I'm so used to just looking at the ship HUD, which obviously shows all the pertinent information. In the top right it says it as well. Doing a jump to a new area takes about 25 fuel. I don't think it's a full 25. Maybe it is like slightly less than that. And you can screw yourself by jumping with too little fuel, ending up in an area where it's too tough for you. Oh, actually we can hack a comm hub and end up just dying that way. So you want to try and make sure you spend a little bit of time in each area to get some fuel. Also, you can press between weapons. I have a flak cannon. I can't remember. I think the flak cannon is better at killing shields. No, wait, maybe the wrong way around. One of them is better at shields, one of them is better at hull. And you can also kind of change around secondary weapons, but heavy missiles are very, very good. So, is this flashing because I can hack it or because it wants me to destroy it? Oh, I can hack it. Good. I'll stay on flak cannon for now, actually. Actually, no, I won't. I keep second guessing myself. So that's a hack that spreads through the area and will now show me things like, for instance, there's a shipwreck over there I can maybe loot from. I can also maybe destroy that for... Nope, sometimes if you destroy them you get fuel or crafting resources. We'll worry about crafting and whatnot once I actually have some materials. Oh, hang on, there's something else up here. What have we got there? Energy injector? Oh, people died up here. Container, tech container, container. Okay, we're going to go over there. There might be some leftover automated defenses, but this was like a space station that got destroyed. You can also come across wrecks of your own ships, which is a little fun. Just going to be a little bit wary in case there's an automated turret. Automated turrets are this ship's bane because the rockets hurt and I have a hard time shooting the rockets out there with this ship for whatever reason. The other ship, no problem at all. Let's just kind of dock in. Controls, I got used to them fairly quickly. Like, they're not Elite Dangerous convoluted, let's put it that way. Where is the other item that just came out there? Did I miss it? For this kind of like stuff here, you could again go third person, but I am used to playing Elite Dangerous, so I kind of don't mind. I also think it looks better playing it like this. It's much more immersive, and that's normally, again, something I don't bother commenting on. You can decide for yourself if something is immersive by watching. But I really like the immersion of the game.
Let's hope for something useful.
So we can't take light missiles because we don't have a light missile launcher, I believe. And oh, we do have mine clusters. No, actually, maybe we can. The mine clusters I have never used successfully, so I'm actually going to swap in the light missiles. We're going to stick with heavy though, because they're just so much more powerful. And we're going to salvage the mine cluster for some scrap and power cells, which we can possibly use to craft. Alright, so we do actually have a Spelunky-esque time limit that's hidden from us. Eventually we'll get a warning that Okar army is teleporting into the area. Now you can technically still hang around, but the ships they send in are frighteningly powerful. I have actually managed to take out one of their corvettes twice with this ship, but with the starting ship I haven't had a chance. I'm not quite sure where I need to fly to get to that container, and we might be running out of time. Oh, there's mineable ore down there as well. Let's quickly... I think I was in here before. Yeah, it's right in the middle there. This ship might be too bulky to get in there. Alright, we'll cash out of that. We're going to quickly mine some more. This is not EVE Online. We're not going to be at this for very long. We just shoot it a little bit and then it'll be gone. The flak cannon might be better for that though. Yeah, it's more, there we go. Oh, Okar forces inbound. We have to leave now. Well, never mind then. Where's my exit? There's my exit. That's unfortunate. because there was more we could have done there, but I spent too long yammering. Yep, they just teleported in. Just as we left. So now we get a FTL type map. So you can see the kind of the legend there. That means low risk, medium, low, medium. These icons mean that my various side quests or main missions cannot be completed in Sector 1. I have to make it to at least, well, I was going to say Sector 2, but I believe most of them are into Sector 3 now, which I've never lived past the first boss in. But yeah, that's the kind of thing we did. Oh, we got down to 75, so it did use, what, 15? Wait, 25? I can do maths. So we want to go low risk because, again, I'm not particularly good at the game, so we'll go this way. So it is 25 per jump, so we do want to most likely fill up. Oh, and we're being attacked. Yep, what are we being attacked by? Okar fighters. Yep, they're right in there. We're going to turn on our auto turret, and we're going to shoot them. Yeah, this does less damage to shield. I should be using this to get rid of their shields.
Some advice help with this juncture.
At any other time would be better.
As I say, the turret on this one does great work because you're so slow, sometimes the ships can just, if they get too close to you, which the game does warn you, don't let ships get close to you if you're using this ship. Because they can just fly circles around you and it's very hard to turn and keep them in your sight. So we did take a little bit of damage there. We got some money and nanobots, which are used to heal. If I had a little complaint, and this is only coming from a new player perspective, nanobots do not drop frequently enough and are not available to buy in shops nearly enough, in my opinion. Like, I think I've fully up or almost fully upgraded this ship's armor and plating. And that was 3 ships and we lost, well, that's like a tenth of our HP. That still feels like a lot to me given that I don't have a regenerating shield. Okay, there's some scrap. Can maybe look at the crafting thing in a second here. Mineable crystal. Is there anything else of relevance in this area that I can kind of get my eye on? There might be something up there. It looks like there might be a destroyed ship. This is like the aftermath of a war that you're kind of flying through, a demilitarized zone or a no man's land. You can speed this ship up a little bit, but it's still nothing compared to the speed of the starship. The music is also very nice as well. It's just in the background enough not to be intrusive, but there enough that you notice it, and it kicks in pretty loud if you get into a big firefight or are watching a big firefight. Which is another nice thing. Like, if I happen to see some of that mining corporation ships and then I get attacked by a bunch of Okar or outlaws and I feel like I'm a little bit outmatched, then I can run to them, like them there, and they'll join in the fight, and as long as you haven't pissed them off, that is. What is that icon? Oh, I know what that icon is. It's for my side quest. It's asteroid mold or something. I didn't realise the mold was alive. I thought it stayed still. That's the first time I've seen this. This is for a side quest, which I believe is from the Encounters DLC. This ship is not fast enough to keep up with that slime. Yeah, it's an NPC that's like obsessed with indigenous life in space or something like that. Yeah, I think this is a mission where I'm going to need the other ship. Oh no, I got him. It was harder than it needed to be. Although that counted as killing it, and I can't remember if his mission... Hang on a minute. Data, let's see. Is there a quest mission here? Yes. Conduct studies. Thong wants me to scan 3 times green goo. Scan, not murder. Ooh, 2 paracells. Why didn't I pick those up? I'm going to need to go for them. Where's the other slime, though? There it is. Now, how do I scan it? I don't want to kill it. I want to scan it. Or maybe... Oh, there we go. Keep at it. Scan aborted. I can't tell how long this takes. There we go. Now die. I want my green goo, damn it. Did I get it? I think I did. Alright, I want those paracells as well, and then we'll have a quick look at the crafting area. We'll heal, and then we're just going to move on. I'm sorry there hasn't been much combat yet, but I'm kind of combat allergic right now until I get better at the game. When you get swarmed, it can get pretty hectic. That's also why I kind of like this ship, because it's got the Gatling turret. So, on repair, your systems can also get damaged, like your life support, your inertia dampeners, as it says, and they all need scrap, or sorry, nanobots plus other things to heal. So anyway, let's heal to full. So, equipment, you can upgrade your guns if you have the required pieces. Pluses basically mean you can just refill. We do also have extra spaces, but I don't think I can do anything. I could do a Gatling turret. I need a lot more scrap. We need some gas, which we haven't found any of. I'm also not sure if I even have a hard point for a second turret. I think I only have the one for now. And there's our materials collected along the bottom there. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll see if we can get into some more trouble in a different area. I did go to the low risk route, to be fair. But if you are interested in picking up EVERSPACE, its asking price is a little bit higher than the kind of game I usually cover for indie game Let's Look At. But at the same time, I also think the quality on offer is on par with the asking price. The price is $22.99 in British pounds, so that might be like $30. Obviously, you can check your regional equivalent by going to the Steam store page, which I'll link below. And the DLC for me, anyway, the Encounters DLC was £6.99. Oh, our jumping is suppressed. We're not allowed to leave this area until we find the thing which is suppressing our jumping ability. There's also a fight going on with Okar and Outlaws. It's got to be over in that direction then, because that's where the fighting is. We can see our percentage going up. We're actually fairly close to it right now. 60%? 61? Yeah, it's got to be over there. So we're just going to let the Outlaw and the Okar fight, and then whoever wins... What is that? Oh, I can fly in there, I think, and get repaired. That means I wasted my nanobots. Looks like the Okar is going to win the fight. Oh wait, no, the Outlaw's shields came back. I'm just watching. Then I'm going to kill you. Don't worry. Ah, the Okar said, oh, the Outlaw saw me there. Hey. I was happy letting you have your fight. See, this is what I mean, I let him get too close to me. He is about to die, though. By me. Turns out he was allergic to me. It's not worth activating my turret for this because there's only one fighter. And we should get him. Got him. Now then, we need to find the jammer. That's a service station. The jammer is not in this direction. Again, time is a factor. Oh, that could be it there. Yeah, it's in this direction. Which probably means there's turrets. It's very close. Is it this? No, it says 82%. That's not scannable though, so it's not that. Let's see here. It's got to be down here then, right? It's got to be this thing. A3, A4. Yeah, we're almost there. There it is. That blue glow. That's the jammer. And we're being targeted by something. An outlaw turret. But it's all the way over there, so maybe I can just kind of skirt around it. No, apparently it saw me. Annoying. At least it's not a rocket one, because as I say, rocket ones, I have a problem shooting rockets out there with this ship in particular. Oh, I need to hack it. Done. So now we can leave, but I want to go to that service station. Oh, we got more nanobots. Excellent. That looks like something I'll have to scan later for that endemic life type person. Alright. We did use a lot of time doing that though, so let's quickly try and locate. We just leave this minefield. There's the service station. Okay. We also need some fuel, actually, because I haven't been picking any up. Now, if you want, turn on the G&B, and they have, like, they fly around with containers with rare loot. They fly around with, like, carrying tons of fuel. But if you do that, you make an enemy of them unless you go through an entire sector without ever being aggressive towards them. Then they kind of forgive you. Ship controls are fairly simple, incidentally. It's like Q&E to do barrel rolls. Space is ascend. Control, I think, is descend. Yep, there we go. And shift is boost. It can be a little intimidating at first, especially if you're used to like the convoluted controls in Elite. Please don't crash into me. In Elite Dangerous, controls here feel much better. Okay, I need to go down a little bit and then up a little bit. So, repair station. $200. Sure. Again, I wasted my nanobots because I could have just went to that to repair. So, I do have a... it's a G&B container. Hitting that would turn them against me, so I don't want to do that. Is there anything else I want here? I don't think there is, so we're just going to have to go. Oh, there was a missile turret over there. Wait a minute. That's a missile turret I can pick up, I think? Because it's not red. And the Gatling turret is good, but if I can get myself a missile turret, that sounds even better. Oh, incidentally, the bar along the bottom there, the green bar, is draining off of my crosshair. That's kind of like your general energy level of the ship. You use that if you boost, you use that if you fire weapons, and you can accidentally run it down, and if you do that, you can be caught with your pants between your legs. Tail between your legs? Mounted missile turret that automatically shoots enemies within range, dealing high amounts of damage. So, it consumes more energy. It's got a longer cooldown. A lot longer cooldown. It lasts a bit longer though. Its hull damage and shield damage are actually worse. Oh wait, no, sorry, no, its DPS is worse, but its damage is much better. Its range is better as well. It's the first time I've seen a missile turret, so we will take it just to try it, and I'll salvage my Gatling turret. Yeah, so now we have a missile turret equipped. Very curious how that's going to work out for us. On that subject, mineable ore. We'll grab the ore then leave. Oh, what's that over there? Yeah, see, there we go, a fuel transport. If I was desperate for fuel, like if I had no other option... Oh, never mind, we're actually just going to leave immediately. Because here come the Okar army. I've been lingering too long again. Alright, so this zone will have a Mass Effect-esque Mass Effect drive to take us to the next sector. They call it a jump gate. Oh, also the NPC... There's a shop and the NPC who wanted the moss is here. Again, this would not be an encounter you would normally get with Throng. I believe he is part of the Encounters DLC, but he is about to get attacked by Okar and I don't want him to die, so I think we're going to go play with... Yeah, he's fighting him. Alright, we're in there.
Mr. Roslin, do you have good news for me?
Bear with us, we're having a fight. Activate the rocket turret. Make your time. I think I killed him by ramming him. Actually, it seems like Throng's ship is good enough on its own. It didn't need me, really. Alright, let's talk to Throng. If it will let me. Oh, I need to go up here, I think. Hello, Throng. How are you doing? Let me just turn. So he's selling blueprints and things, a randomized mod, and he needs this Viridian energy as a currency, which you only get from doing missions for, I think. So you receive if you give. What about modifications? How can you modify in this? Re-engineer or enhance? What about enhancing? Your missile turret will get enhanced and receive a random stat bonus for the price of 3 Viridian energy, and we have 8, I believe. Sure. Its range and velocity went up. That's actually good, I think. And what about the flak blaster? Can we enhance that as well? So its shield damage per second, shield damage, energy consumption, and velocity got improved. And now we don't have enough energy for that. Well, in that case, so I have enough left to also maybe just like re-engineer the fusion blaster. All previously installed mods will be removed and 3 random mods will be installed for the price of 2 energy. Sure. Got DPS up, energy consumption went up. That seems, yeah, because there we go. I got velocity mod, fire rate mod, and crit hit mod. Alright, that seems to have helped a lot. Thanks, Throng. Oh, we're still being attacked. Where did those enemies come from? You dare fight me when I just upgraded my weapons? How dare you? Ooh, plasma mine blueprint. That's another thing. You can find blueprints which permanently unlock new things. I think. Maybe you have to cash them in. I thought they are just unlocked, but I'm not 100% sure. Thankfully, using a jump gate requires no fuel. So even if you got here with 0 fuel, you could still leave to the next sector. Which is just as well, really. I don't see anything we could get for fuel. I also don't want to go on too long here because I'm recording this while the puppy is sleeping. So, might just show off a little bit of the next sector and then call it there. Or maybe deliberately die just so I can show you upgrading. She's still sleeping, but I may have limited time. So what do we have in this sector then? Sector 2, welcome back. We're immediately being attacked, I think. Oh, there's a fight going on actually. Outlaws are fighting with G&B. We can help them out. Oh, wait a minute. We're being attacked by some kind of drone. A cargo thief? It was stealing from me and I never noticed. It's the first one of them I've seen. Okay, I think we got our stuff back. Also, the G&B fighters are pretty efficient in clearing up here, but we do need to start worrying about... Well, we don't need to worry, but we need to do something about fuel. Sadly, this looks like a very barren bit of space where we haven't really rolled anything. Well, is that... Oh, that's a shipwreck over there, actually. That isn't G&B property. There might be some fuel containers over here we can acquire. Or is this a G&B colony? It isn't fully lit up, so... Oh, wait. What does that mean? I don't know what this icon means. This is the first time I've seen it. Very impressive looking. Like, just the general look of the game, I like it a lot. The ships, the derelicts. What is this? I mean, that must be providing power to this. So perhaps it is G&B then, and that's why they're patrolling it. It doesn't look as lived in as some of their other stuff. Probably a bad idea to attack it then, huh? Yeah, I don't want to chance it. Just in case. I don't want the G&B mad at me. Resource transport. More fighters. Yeah, they're pretty entrenched here. Alright, we'll just move on and we'll hopefully get some fuel in the next area. And away we go. So I can actually do a follow-up mission there if I go there. I do kind of want to show off more of the voice acting because I have to go that way if I want to avoid a high-risk area. Although, again, keep in mind, this lady is DLC, so you would not run into her if you were playing the base game. As far as, like, what I've seen of the Encounters DLC so far, it's maybe a little bit... Oh, our sensors are impaired. A little bit overpriced, but it adds a lot.
I am registering a wormhole signature.
Wormholes.
Carly. Hey, fancy that. Pretty crazy coincidence, right?
Adam, what are you doing here?
I just happen to be in the area. I'm as amazed as you are.
Really?
You can use wormholes? Now that is unusual.
I can detect and open up wormholes. It's G&B technology they lent me to complete my tasks.
I don't believe you.
Why have I never heard of this before? And where do these wormholes lead to?
Standard G&B equipment. It's just not for everybody. That's enough questions, Adam. I really don't have to explain myself to you.
All right, I'm just curious is all.
Well, you know what they say about curiosity. Look, I've got a lot of stuff to do. At this rate, I'm sure we'll meet again.
Okar pursuers can't track you down here. Oh, so I can stay as long as I want.
Most wormholes in this part of the cluster lead to the Okar homeworlds. I cannot imagine that G&B would have authorized this.
To the Okar homeworlds? Hive, do you think this really is G&B tech like she said?
The wormholes are a byproduct of Okar mining activities, created while excavating the highly volatile
there is
crystal
enemies here,
energy
though.
source, which the Okar call Viridian energy. In simple terms, the energy crystal
Is that a
signatures
missile?
released
That is a
generate
missile.
wormholes' basic physics. Over time, the Okar developed a resonance to manipulate the wormhole stability, allowing safe and fast passage. The main product, Viridian energy, is primarily used to power the internal infrastructure. For G&B to possess this technology is possible, but for them to use it would be a violation of the current armistice agreement.
So Carly is definitely up to something. Mystery deepens.
Mystery deepens indeed. Yeah, I believe that was G&B fighting with some outlaws. See, oh, Star Gatling 40mm plus. Yeah, often you find these electrical storms where your ship gets heavily damaged if you go in them, but there's nice loot inside. I'm not going to risk it. Pardon me. I appear to be getting shot at. And my sensors aren't working. Oh, the Okar can't... Oh, he spawned a drone. Can't find me in here, but there are some of them in here. And he dropped nanobots. Maybe they patched it to make nanobots drop more, or I'm just being exceptionally lucky just to make me look like a liar. A lot of my runs, basically every run I've played as this particular ship, has ended just because nanobots were not dropping. On that note, let's repair. So unfortunately with my sensors being dampened, I mean it's great that the fleet will not get me here so I can hang around as long as I like. It also means I have to be basically point blank for anything to get detected. I saw this over here though, so let's... Oh. Sounds like I pissed somebody off. It's a missile! Oh, I hate missile drones. Let's activate the rocket turret so it can... No, don't shoot at the G&B fighter. There, shoot at him. Got him. The G&B were coming to help me, I think. Well, actually, I don't think they care about me one way or the other. What is that? Oh, that's a mine, I think. Yep, that was a mine. There's a container. I think it might be locked though. Nope, just had nothing in it. That's very unfortunate. Spin our big butt around. Ooh, some credits from one of the kills we got. Or maybe one of the kills the G&B got. I'm at that point now again where I'm just kind of playing the game, but it's very, very enjoyable. If you're after an Elite type game, and I'm talking about old school Elite, with an effort on story and some nice roguelike-ish elements, EVERSPACE, it hits all those buttons. Like, I really, really like it. And I'm so glad that Tamadhi was willing to give me a key for it, and also thought I would like it because they were entirely correct. Ow. Putting the rocket turret back on because suddenly there's a bunch of enemies everywhere. Actually, I think it's summoned a drone, which we can also do if we can find them. Oh, yeah, it spawned a drone right on me. Well, that hurt. Okay, let's check out the ship, then we'll just take a quick look at the next zone, and then that's probably what I'm going to call this video because we're running on. Time flies when you're playing this. Like this in Duncreed, I can just play and not realise how much time has passed. What is that? Oh, what's that? I thought it was a turret. No, we need an access key. Frost shield generator? I don't know what that is. Creates an impenetrable shield in front of your ship for a certain amount of time. Class restriction, it has to be on a gunship, which is what we are. I can upgrade my... Upgrade velocity. Yeah, it's not really worth it, is it? Well, why not? So, access keys tend to drop from enemies. You can also kind of find them around the area. Apparently there is an enemy somewhere. Oh, yeah. Colonial turret. Oh, yeah, this is a wreckage of a colonial ship which died during the initial war with the Okar. Where did that turret go? Because I would not like it shooting me in the ass. On top of the ship. Up here. I have lost sight of it. The sensors being heavily reduced is a pain. Alright, well, we took way too much damage there, and I don't have nearly enough nanobots to heal to full, so that's, again, kind of like where my runs as the ship go. Let's take a quick look at the next sector, and we'll call this one here. Do I recommend EVERSPACE? I think it's a little pricey compared to your standard indie game, but I think the quality on offer is... It's okay. It balances out that asking price. If this looks like something you would enjoy, I'd say go for it. Give it an honest try. As far as any negatives, I don't really know. Other than heals being very, very sparse. Also enemies being very, very prevalent here. What in the... Outlaw Scouts. Outlaw Scouts. Basically all the Outlaw Scouts. Okay. Well, we're going to fly over here. And that's a G&B facility, yep. No, because that's got tons of fuel in it. And we just got targeted. By you. That's the rocket turret I just activated. Fires out in a cluster, actually, I didn't realise. Gotcha. It looks great, it plays great, it's got very good voice acting. If the first person bothers you, I think maybe it's C to go through. No, C is... I don't actually know what that's doing. Oh, I was using my damage limiter. V maybe? There you go. V is third person. If you want to play like this, you can. I prefer first person personally. You can also have no HUD if you want to be like first person, pure first person. Without all the extra information. But the extra information is neat. I don't know, maybe my inner nerd is showing, but it's neat. Alright, let's help the G&B defend their facility over here, because that's a service station, which is exactly what I need. We have 30 seconds of missile turret left. Yeah, we can't get in while it's fighting. one more good hit. Oh, you dropped nanobots. That's handy. You're welcome. Did you reopen your service station, perhaps? Ooh, that's a lot of credits. That is not the... Where's the service station? There it is. I have a habit of losing things on the HUD. Or rather, like, losing things in space. Like, I could blow those up and get lots of fuel. They only have a shop, this one. I don't think they have a repair bay. That's unfortunate. I can still see maybe they're selling... nanobots? No, they're selling... plasma. I can get plasma for ore. How much ore do I have? 42. That's scrap. Either way, sure. So it should give me enough to... yeah, like I could upgrade something, or... I could upgrade shield damage, for instance. Mod limit reached. Fair enough. Shield damage to my missile. Yeah, I used a lot of stuff there to get a lot of things updated. I can still assure you that this run is going to end in disaster and most likely me explodinating. And also fuel is a massive issue now. It is becoming a massive issue. I haven't had the chance to get any. Let's kill this outlaw drone just because I can, and then that's what we're going to call it. But if you want to learn more about EVERSPACE, check out the link to the Steam store page in the description box below. I do recommend it. And you basically are getting exactly what you see here. So if you're a space nerd, like I am a little bit, I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. And it looks great. Plays great. Don't really have any complaints beyond it maybe just not being your type of thing. Go check it out if you're interested. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta for now.